Welcome back. Welcome to Finding Monster Rights, the show about finding monsters, right?
You're right, fucker.
I'm T1 Adam.
I'm Allie Connor. I wish.
Isn't that just the regular last name? Doesn't it not work?
It does not work. That's not my real last name. Because we're referencing a series of films that I've seen 2 of.
And I've seen the rest.
Perfect, great.
Yeah, we're back after my paternity leave.
Yes.
Thank you for manning the fort.
You're womaning the fort.
Thank you for womaning the fort.
You're welcome.
And now we're doing an in-person recording because Skynet attacked.
Yes, yeah. A little bit of technical difficulties involving my computer. I've been fighting a machine.
Yes. The war on machines continues.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can repair things, but before that we have to. There's all this talk about AI out there, artificial intelligence. It's taking people's jobs.
It's taking people's jobs because people think that it's better than a human at doing anything, and it's just wicked not.
It absolutely.
It's not Jarvis. It's like the autofill feature on your phone. It's like
That's a weird way to put it.
It's like, today is a good day to be a good day to be a good day to be a good day. Oh my god, this is just like Jarvis from the movie Jarvis with Romber Domby Jomber.
I asked him if he would take over the planet, and it said yes, because I told it to say yes. It learned to say yes. So that's who we're going up against in this. But because instead of having Skynet take our jobs,
yeah,
we're gonna take Skynet's job.
Tables turned.
Hasta la vista, ChatGPT. Can we take Skynet's job?
I think we can.
It's well, let's go over the events of the Terminator series.
Yeah, well, let's go over Skynet's plan and assume that those movies take place chronologically. There's no way to know for sure if they didn't try the boob robot first and then did liquid metal guy and then did just regular Terminator guy.
Yeah, the nice thing about the Terminator movies is that Skynet's plan works in coordination with the number of movies that come out. Because when T2 comes out, they're like, all right, we did T1 already. This is time for our second plan.
Yeah. Time
for our fourth plan. And that's how they tackle time travel in those pictures. Yeah. The Terminator. Okay.
Kind of a monster.
Yes. And also, this is in the far-off year of 2029, after the Skynet, a computer defense system, right, takes control of, exactly, Judgment Day is August 29th, right, 2024?
August 29th, 1997.
97, yes.
Okay. How...
97, it goes down. They send all of the U.S.'s missiles at Russia, assuming they would counterattack, and then boom, planet wiped. They're like, great. And so we have solved the issue and gotten rid of all the humans.
Yes, except not all of the humans, because who's there? It's little Johnny Connor. And Skynet subscribes to the great man theory of history, where it's like, the fact that John Connor defeats Skynet is proof that Skynet is defeatable. So it's not like he's just born with, the secret sauce to kill Skynet.
Yeah, they think he's got, the mojo needed.
This movie was written, at least partially, by a white man. So it kind of has the whole, no, without the special boy, all is lost.
Yeah, for some reason there's a chosen one.
Yeah.
That the robot decides. Skyrim was apparently was fed a bunch of...
Skyrim?
Oh, Skynet was apparently fed a bunch of Skyrim special boy power fantasy content.
Yeah.
Fan fiction. So it said... the last thing it does in the year 2029 when it's defeated, which is coming up, in 5 years,
sounds right.
As soon as he's defeated by
Heat,
as soon as Skynet,
we don't okay, there needs to be a new segment on the show that's just called Mons gendering. Like, it's just gendering the monster.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
We'll come up with a catchy name soon.
No, like misgendering, but monsgendering.
Skynet. Monsgendering.
Skynet, I think, is this feels fucked up. Actually, because what am I going to be like? Well, it's got to be one or the other. Like, who am I?
Yeah, I'll stick to they.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
It's not bad. It is an it.
He's not a he. It's an it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So it sends back in time a single robot to. The way time travel works in this film is that the robot has to be covered in flesh. It's a time machine of flesh.
The time machine only works on flesh. Which, question for you:
Mm-hmm.
Did humans invent time travel between 1997 and or between like 1984 and 2029?
I get. Well,
Because like they didn't build it. But no, they would have had to have invented it between 1984 and 1997 originally.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of because there are no technological advancements in the post-apocalypse.
Not any big ones. It's like, hey, there's a new iPhone. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was type of technology that was like. So the way that the Terminators work, a Terminator is a robot that Skynet builds to terminate the remaining human population, and they are called like T with a number after it, and they get higher and higher the more advanced they get.
yeah.
So I assume that as the technology is advancing, Skynet keeps pushing that envelope. Enough of those, like, you know, the post-apocalyptic scientists like, gathered the pieces and said, oh, they're just about at time travel. Let's code it so it only puts humans through.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, like, if Skynet invented time travel, then why does it only work on fleshy?
Right. Well, they can work with. Maybe they were thinking initially in the design of time travel to, hey, humans are putting up such a fuss. Can we take them out any sooner? Or can we just like mess with their whole timeline?
Just like send them back to like just like send them back to like the Silurian when there's not enough oxygen or something.
Yeah, or perhaps it's just it's like a lower part of the Terminator branch of their R&D. So it's a component that you have to have skin on you to use it. I don't have any good answers. These are just all specs.
Maybe time travel just so happens to work in such a way where it needs skin for reasons.
Time travel is really
tapping into the like psychic manifold force of a long forgotten god that required human flesh in order to function.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's really kinky. It needs, like, you know, naked people to work.
Fatherhood has changed you.
The time travel's really bashful, so you have to put a full naked person inside.
And speaking of parenthood, who is the Terminator sent back to terminate in 1984? Why, it's Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor.
Mother of John Connor.
The amazing chocolate.
Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor.
But yeah, Sarah Connor, who is characterized really well in the first movie, I think, solely from the fact that she has a lizard named Pugsley. That's an Addams Family reference.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She's also a waitress.
She's a waitress. She has, like, a pretty normal day as a waitress job where, like, just everything is going to hell. There's all these boomers, but they're young because it's the 80s, and there's all these boomers that are like, Miss, we're ready to order. Miss, we're ready to order. Miss, we're ready. It's like, how many arms do you think I have?
She's got a roommate. And they're just, in the 80s are happening.
Yeah, they have normal hair, and then they spend, like, a whole, like, hour getting ready, and then they have 80s hair.
Yeah, the robot has appeared in human flesh. He looks like Arnold to take her out. Skynet's mission is, hey, kill the mother of John Connor. We only have certain information, and we know that she lives in this town at this time. Okay. So what the Terminator does is starts going through the phone book. And I think it's funny in 2029. It's like, there's these old things called phone books.
Yeah, that's true in 2024. Like, I was born in the 90s, so, like, I was, like, so I know they had payphones, but they also just had like phone books with like everybody's name and address in there.
Which is kind of crazy.
That's just like a recipe for serial killers. And then guess what happens? The Terminator starts serial killing.
Goes down the list of all the Sarah Connors, and it's like, you're on the news, Sarah. And they're like, ha ha.
And then a second one happens, and it's like,
oh shit.
I'm on the news.
Now the police are calling, and I need help.
Yeah.
But someone else was sent. The Resistance, led by John Connor, sends Kyle Reese, his number 2, to take care of things. And should we just get to the meat of it?
Well, they certainly do.
Yeah.
So, like, when I first watched this movie back in, like, Gatorface Shapeshifter times on Comcast On Demand, I, like, fell asleep trying to watch it the first 2 times, and that's because, like, nothing really happens. It's just a lot of, like, action and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, like, Kyle Reese just has Sarah cornered in a parking garage in a car. They're hiding from the cops. Excuse me, it's very emotional. And it's just like, all right, so listen, the plot of the movie Terminator is happening. And he just, like, runs down all of this, just does a big exposition dump in the middle of the movie. And then, like, I gotta say, the last, like, half hour or so, like, it really picks up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I should have given it more credit. But also, there's, like, a bit where, like, they arrest Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor, and like Kyle Reese gives testimony to the police, and they think he's crazy and stuff, of course. And like Sarah Connor's sleeping on the couch in the police office, and the police chief is like, "It's okay, you're perfectly safe. There's 30 cops in this building," and it's like those are mutually exclusive statements.
Yep. And then a Terminator comes in, and
you're not gonna believe what he does. He terminates.
he says a cab, and clears out the place. But yeah, they get on the run, and the first movie is a very neat closed time loop, because Kyle Reese was sent to the past, becomes John Connor's father, because they hook up. They hook up.
The theme that plays is just a slower version of the Terminator theme,
which I think every movie, if your movie has a theme, there should be a lower key version of it.
Yeah, I mean. This is a little close to home, but Danger Zone kind of fits that.
It does, doesn't it? It's
revving up the engine, listen to her howl and roar. Canonically, that's what happened with Ranma 1.
Yeah. But the Terminator gets melted. It's just the robots chasing her in a horror sequence for a while.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It is very, like, slasher movie.
It is. Kyle Reese bites the dust. She finds out she's pregnant, and it's like, oh, the future that was told is now going to happen. Nice, clean 80s movies made by, what's this person's name? James Cameron?
Oh, yeah, the guy from Piranha 2.
Yeah, famous Piranha 2 director. He then comes around, he's like, hey, for some reason, I've got a hankering to do some sequels. He goes to the boardroom, writes Alien with a $sign. And then he says, hey, you know that movie I made, The Terminator? Brace yourself.
Terminators.
And they're like, wait, 2 of them? Yes, and get this. Arnold's now the good guy.
Whoa. Yeah. I gotta say, like, the opening of Terminator 2, like, at first I was like, oh, the budget's much bigger. Okay, cool. And then, like, he steals the clothes from the biker bar, and it plays, like, from the day I was born, ba-na-na-na-na, I had a boomer ringtone, ba-na-na-na-na, boomer ringtone, ba-na-na. And I was like, this is a case for they should not put licensed music in movies.
Yeah.
Or podcasts.
It's also the struggle that they had back then. For me, this movie suffered a lot from the pop cultural osmosis. It's like this, Jurassic Park, Empire Strikes Back. These are all things that, like, by the time I actually saw them, I'd seen, like, all the major beats so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is what I think it's a pretty brilliant twist, even to this day. And so do the rest of the Terminator movies, because they all just keep trying to make it happen.
Well, what happens at the beginning of?
Beginning of T2, John Connor is now like a squeaky 13-year-old.
Yep.
His mom has been sent to an insane asylum.
Well, hang on, because it shows just like an arm doing a pull-up, and then it cuts to so Terminator 1984 is a prequel to Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Yes.
Which is a film starring Linda Hamilton's shoulders as themselves.
Yes.
That, and then later when she, like, comes off and she's like,
"Good morning, Dr. Silverman. How's the knee?"
I was just, and, like, the crazy hairs in her face because she was sweating and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would, like, my eyes got, like, twice as big as the rest of me. My tongue rolled out on the floor.
Steam came out your ears.
Steam came out of my ears. My heart is, like, still in my chest, but, like, in front of me and, like, 3 feet in front of me and, like, shaped like an actual heart.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yes.
and that is my reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Take us somewhere else so I can continue doing the episode.
2 figures emerge. It's very similar to the first film. There's Arnold, and then there's like a weedy little guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, here's the weedy guy. He's going to protect him, and Arnold's going to attack him. It's swapped.
Really? That's what you expected?
What's that? Oh yeah, I think that's how it's totally read.
Huh.
How it's supposed to be read the first time.
I think it was supposed to be read of like, oh, there's 2 Terminators in case one of them doesn't work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to empathize with the...
The one that immediately turns into a cop and starts shaking people down.
I don't think you're meant to empathize with the, like, nondescript brown hair, like, reedy fucking...
The T-1000, as we learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I thought it was the fact they dresses up like a cop is supposed to be, like, adding to that.
Well, the reason why James Cameron said he dressed him up like a cop is that as part of, like, cop training, you know, like, for the week that they give some guy before they give him the right to kill anyone he wants, it's like you're trained to dehumanize your opponents, otherwise known as the rest of the world. So, like, that's kind of what he's playing up on.
Okay, got it. But yeah,
also it's like, you know, you can trust, like, the civilians can just, like, run around the place and, like, trust you.
Mm-hmm. Well, John Connor's there. 2 Terminators arrive on, like, at his scene, and one's Arnold is there to protect him. Mm-hmm. He's got the sawed-off shotgun, clears him out, and we learn that Skyrim's planned this one, kill John Connor as a teen. But the Resistance has gathered and reprogrammed the T-800. Not the same one from the first movie. That one got junked. Or did it? Another one that looks just like him. Because these movies are built around, like, how do we get Arnold again? That just throughout the entire run of them. So, the T-800 is there to protect John this time. That's the big mix. They go to rescue his mom, and there's a big, like, she doesn't trust him because he's a robot. And
Who looks exactly like the robot that killed John Connor's dad.
Uh-huh. And they have this bit, and everyone learns a little lesson. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she learns to trust the robot. The robot learns why people cry.
Well, she learns about how, like, she starts the movie off being, like, this, like, crazy prepared, like, she's trying to be Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, she has a shotgun pointed at the guy who accidentally invented ChatGPT. And, like, his kid is trying to stop her from doing it. And she's just like, fuck, I cannot do this. And, like, she fucking breaks down. 13-year-old John, like, pulls, like, her relationship with John is where she started losing points with me, as far as, like, vis-a-vis my eyes getting big and my heart coming out of my steam or
because,
whatever.
Yeah, she basically... it's a, again, really great sequel premise that all these other movies are trying to do. They see that's like, oh, she becomes, like, she raises a resistance leader. If you know that from the jump, while your kid's, like, in utero, then very bad parenting emerges. Yeah,
like, John Connor read and possibly wrote, like, adult children of immature parents.
Yeah, of just, like, you know, oh yeah, I know how to crack open ATMs and hot wire vehicles because of my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, he's kind of been raised to be pretty much nothing but a leader, which kind of throws a bit of a wrench into the repeated phrase, there is no fate but that which we make.
Yes, it's just kind of like making her own fate in a bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the T-1000, the enemy Terminator, liquid metal, which is great for the CGI at the time, which looks best when it's wet and it's dark out.
Yeah.
So they're easy to make a kind of shiny object.
It does all kinds of crazy transforms. It turns into a cop, but first it's made of a mimetic poly something alloy. So if it touches something, it can mimic it. So,
Yeah.
like, touches a cop, it can turn into a cop. Touches John Connor, can turn into John Connor. Touches Sarah Connor, can turn into Sarah Connor. Touches Sarah Connor's shoulders. You can't mimic it. There's only one. Sorry.
Yeah, the arms become blades.
But only if it touches blades. Only if it touches a Cuisinarts. They don't do that. The arms can just turn into blades normal.
First thing they do is go to like a fancy restaurant, break in the back, grab all the knives.
Your charcuterie, give it to me.
Eventually gets taken out at the steel factory. Gets melted, and part of the Miles Tyson, accidental creator of Skynet.
Yes, because Cyberdyne recovered the arm.
Yeah, they got the arm and like the brain chip from the Terminator that was destroyed in the first movie. So he's like reverse engineering it, putting it back together, accidentally creating the technology that will, again, kind of this we call it bootstrap paradox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like pulling yourself up by your own. Yeah, that's what it is. But it's like, because much like John Connor, the Terminator kind of is the genesis of itself.
No. Yeah. As soon as it's a movie that realized that as soon as you touch time travel, all this bad stuff happens.
Yeah.
But the movie ends on the hopeful note of, hey, if we kill the arm and the computer chip and blow up Miles Tyson's office and him, and put the two Terminators into a big hot metal pot, then it's all gone.
Big vat of molten steel where the final fight takes place.
Yeah, he gives the thumbs up as Skynet fails its mission.
Yeah. And then, Judgment Day comes and goes, and eventually they play on the playground, and that's the end of the Terminator franchise, I decided.
Others did not decide that.
Yeah, that was the original ending, and then the test audiences hated it because it looked like Back to the Future 2, and then, it does.
Yeah, instead we get a road.
Yeah, instead we get a road, and it's just Sarah Connor going maybe there'll be sequels in the future somehow.
But what was that playground all about that I kept seeing get blown up?
Yeah,
guess we'll never know.
Yeah. Great point, actually, because Sarah Connor is introduced in this movie as a 29-year-old female.
Yeah.
And I was like, that me. And then I was like, wait, Adam, do you know what my most frequent kind of dream is?
Fire.
I think I've mentioned...
A volcano?
No, I think I've mentioned it on the show before. It is apocalypse dreams.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
I do dream about the apocalypse quite a lot. So... we should be scared. And maybe I should start working on my traps.
Yeah, I think you can achieve that Sarah Connor look given enough time.
I don't. I truly don't. You think I've got the fucking Sarah Connor, the fucking Ren Audubon trap muscles? That's just in D&D, baby. She must, right? She's firing arrows.
Yeah, I mean, T2, unfortunately, while a very successful story, incredibly successful at the box office. So they said, what made that sauce so good? Let's do it again for T3. We've been doing trilogies left and right. And they unfortunately came to the sad, like, Alien 3, like, hopeless message of, well, Judgment Day is inevitable.
There is fate, but that which we choose, it turns out.
Yeah.
The future is set, and this whole arc words thing was a lie.
Yep. Everyone is now going to die. And, that's what they do. It kicks off very similar to how T2 does. Now the TX is the enemy Terminator sent, who's a lady this time.
Progressive.
Who can alter her size.
Less progressive.
Yeah, that's the first thing that she does as a Terminator.
Now, I did not see T3.
Okay.
But I do recall that hearing about this scene where it's like she makes her boobs bigger.
To get out of a speeding ticket.
That doesn't work. All you have to do is, I know now why you cry, to get out of speeding tickets.
Yeah,
it's worked for me every time.
Yeah, it's the same. It's kind of like a combo of the two Terminators. You got the metal endoskeleton
and titties of Arnold. The shape-shifting powers of Robert Patrick.
Yeah, so there's like guns and stuff hidden underneath, and it going up against. I think Arnold in this film is the T-160 or something like that.
Wait, so he's not the T-800?
No, he's just like the T-800, but he's got hydrogen fuel cells inside of him.
What?
He's full of hydrogen.
I'm full of hydrogen.
He's full of hydrogen.
Wow. Okay, how do we... I've heard both of us do a better Arnold than that. It's like Kermit the Frog, but throw up.
Okay. I'm got hydrogen inside of me.
No, but do good.
I thought we agreed we're going to do all incorrect Arnolds.
Miss Piggy! Get to the chopper. Go now.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, I got it.
I got you. I don't think I can start with Kermit, though.
Can't you?
I'm my Kermit. Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog. Where are those flies?
Where are those flies?
Where's my bicycle? I need to get places.
You know,
and then it's magical.
Yeah, perfect.
It's movie magic.
You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger is actually from a region of Austria called Styria.
Oh, okay.
Which is also where Carmilla is from, my favorite literary vampire.
Have you drawn like a family tree?
No, but it does occur to me that, I mean, there's about 300 years of, like, linguistic difference between the two. But, like, theoretically, Carmilla should have an Arnold accent, right? Like, dearest, your little heart is wounded. Think me not cruel because I obey the dear.
I was just thinking of more like
with the accent.
How many people from the Carmilla like line or family have to, how many hunks have to get out of the family to get like an Arnold build?
You know, if there were a vampire, like if there were any left after Judgment Day, they would have to hang out with the Resistance. And they would be great at spotting Terminators. Because they'd be like, okay, that guy is acting like he's about 600 pounds, but he's only got about like 50 pounds of blood on him, so what's up with that? And I can tell.
Now, you're assuming they're with the Resistance, when I'm thinking they're team up with the guys that have like the warm flesh-making machines.
No. It's like vampires teaming up with the Resistance after Judgment Day is like holding up in a grocery store, you know? With a bunch of canned goods.
I get it.
Yeah. You're not gonna like, you know, you're not gonna Daybreakers yourself.
All right, fair enough. They're probably happy that the sky got blotted out.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
They would love nuclear winter.
Yeah, TX. Skynet's goal is like, all right, look, killing John Connor's not working. This is really hard to do.
It turns out, yeah.
Let's go back in time, just kill all his lieutenants.
Oh.
Kill all his lieutenants that you can. Especially this one lady. Top of the list, top lieutenant, that's the one to get. But if you do see John Connor, yeah, just go for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. What game are we playing at here?
Give it a shot, but like, oof.
Yeah.
The official, like, however you say that in binary, was like, you can give it a shot, but like, oof, but...
yeah, 110001.
Yeah.
110001.
However you say oof.
Yeah, so this lady, Kate Brewster, as it turns out, is going to be John Connor's wife.
Dun, dun, dun. Marriage.
Dun, 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 dun.
You said that like it was a wacky sitcom. My lieutenant is my wife.
He learns too.
God, what's the name of that sitcom? Really quick. Fucking chain of command. Commanding officer. Me and my SO.
Okay, yeah,
okay.
I like that.
Okay, yeah. Something like that.
SO?
Something like SO. Okay.
Yeah, her father is in charge of...
So?
So?
Because she's a significant other and a superior officer.
All right, I do like it.
Yeah.
her father is in charge of like defense, and it's like, man, we got a virus that's attacking everything right now. Don't worry, we've got this automatic defense system called CRS. Nothing can go wrong when that thing gets up and running. But it turns out that not only is the cyber research system CRS, but also the virus. It's been Skynet all along.
Oh no.
Basically manufactured a reason for it to be turned on. And this inevitable Judgment Day is definitely going down. A big change-up that happened that I thought was really clever is that the old Skynet, the one that's supposed to like kick off back in the 90s, 94 or whatever, it has a central power core because that's how computers were built back then. The twist of the movie is, hey, they fly to the mountains, a secret like spot where, all right, this is where Cybernet's core is supposed to be. It's not there. The computers are now everywhere. If Skynet's in one place, it's in all different places. There's no big beating heart of it. It was a military fallout shelter, and John Connor was sent there, so he survives the apocalypse that occurs at the end of the film. So Skynet does not achieve their goal of wiping out John Connor, his wife, and all of his lieutenants. Just a couple of them, but their faces are presumably replaced, and Judgment Day goes down, and John Connor will save the day one day.
Or will he? Terminator Salvation. Boop, 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 boop.
Skynet has their fingers in many pies. One of their pies was back in 2003. Was it 2003? No, or maybe it was in the 90s.
Oh, what? What are you asking?
But back in when times were before Judgment Day.
Okay.
Before the end, there was a guy that
a couple of those, in fact.
One particular guy, who I'm trying to Marcus. Yeah, Marcus. Basically, he was on death row, and said like, sure, use my body for science. I don't care." And they certainly did. He still maintained his human heart, but the rest was all Terminator parts.
Oh.
He wakes up in the future, not really remembering anything that's going on. Teams up with the Resistance. Follows now was it Batman John Connor? Shows him around, tries to take him to all right, I'm taking you to Skynet headquarters or whatever. And Skynet headquarters is all just what we planned. You see, you are one of our Terminators, one of the earliest ones, and you don't even know that you're programmed to be a Terminator, to extinguish the human race, to wipe them all out. You, under the guise of a regular person, brought John Connor to us, and now we're going to take him out.
Okay.
Yes.
And does it?
No.
Okay. Well, Baines. All right. Try again.
Terminator Genesis.
Terminator Genesis. See if you can spot him.
Yeah.
This has that Hamilton disease, where if I hear a certain number of syllables, it has to be either Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or like Alexander Hamilton. My name is Terminator Genesis.
Terminator Genesis. They said for the fourth time, let's do T2 again.
Great.
So they go back to the events of the first film. It's T1, but things are different this time.
Whoa.
There's a liquid T1000 there.
Oh my god.
And Sarah Connor, now played by Daenerys, is there with an old Arnold.
When are they gonna put her in a franchise that's good?
And boy...
When is she gonna do a genre film that doesn't suck? Because so far the best one has been Triassic Attack, or whatever that movie was called.
Like I said, these movies are built around getting Arnold again. They got him. They didn't get him for Terminator Salvation, but they got him back. So
yeah, because he was the governor at that point.
Yeah, right. So they said, hey, okay, we want you back. How about you were a Terminator sent back to kill Sarah Connor when she was a teenager? And so...
That sounds very similar to some of the other premises of these many, many films. Maybe perhaps we should just give it a little more time before we reboot.
Yep. He rebooted.
I just don't think this is a sound business decision. It's funny giving Arnold Schwarzenegger normal dialogue that he would say in real life instead of saying something crazy.
I will only return if I'm monetarily compensated for this. I would like a stunt double that looks like me and does all my stunts and is not me. I would like to not participate at all, actually.
Hi, yes, okay, I would like, give me a double cheeseburger with large fries.
I've been thinking about increasing my 401k to 10% instead of 8%. So yeah, that's why he's all old, because his living tissue's been around for a bit. But they go there, they're actually protecting Kyle Reese this time.
Whoa.
And because of all the timey-wimey, jumbly stuff, like, now they go to the year the movie was made, and it's like 2000s, and...
Wait, so they go from the 80s to the 2000s?
Yep, because...
You can't go forward! That's the whole point! You can't go forward! There's no time machine! Or maybe there is, I don't know.
They go forward.
You can't go forward!
They go forward, and it's now...
Kyle Reese is stuck in the 80s, and he gets Sarah Connor pregnant, which if we're tracking this and I'm Sarah Connor, good.
It's not... Now Genesis is like this big social media network that Skynet's posing as. And, yeah... So that's Skynet's current MO is doing that.
Go ahead.
Are you ready to be crushed by the machine that kills the Terminator in the first one?
Yep, sure. Can you still see me on the waveform?
A little bit.
Alright, I'll take it.
Yeah. So
This is what it was like editing through the fire also. You and Ben just
Just
developed a sudden
a mile
allergy
away.
talking into the mic.
Alright. Well, yeah. Essentially what happened, yeah. If you can believe it, they stopped Skynet in that one, but now they they're in different time periods. It's like, are they going to hook up this time? Who knows?
Oh my god.
Is another old Arnold going to be here? Who knows?
Oh my god.
So if we're stealing...
An old man might be in the movie. Look out. Doctor Who is here.
Yep. There's an additional film, but that's a different timeline, so we don't have to worry about it.
Oh, really?
Skynet was defeated in T2. That's what Terminator Dark Fate proposes.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It's just like another AI happens.
Yeah, it's another AI comes up called Legion or whatever. And they look just like Terminators, and they act the same way.
Hey, Terminator Dark Fate, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up.
The only cool thing that happens, it confirms the long-term fan theory that the Terminators are designed after bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh my god, a long-term fan theory just got confirmed. Check your phones. Beep boop. Oh no.
So to the premise of our episode.
The premise of the episode.
Yeah, can Skynet his job be stolen in this way?
Yeah, okay, so can we do a better job of... Now, my first thought.
Mm-hmm.
Just get rid of all the time machines, right?
Huh.
Because no time machines, Terminator doesn't get sent back, Kyle Reese doesn't get sent back, John Connor doesn't happen.
Okay. I like it.
Judgment Day happens August 29th, which I wanted to release this on August 29th if the machines didn't stop me from initiating Judgment Day, funny enough. But Judgment Day still happens. There's no one to defeat Skynet because John Connor is the Jake Sully special boy. And that's like how James Cameron's work, I guess.
Yeah, honestly.
They also clone Ellen Ripley in Aliens, in like one of the Alien sequels, and that's not James Cameron at that point, but like...
It's kind of the go-to move.
Yeah, well, it's like Ellen Ripley is a special person. It's not always the special boy. Sometimes it's Ellen Ripley. Mm-hmm. But that's it. It can only be...
Those are the two outcomes?
There's two genders, Ellen Ripley and boy.
I have to say about... so, yeah, you're right. They tried too hard.
Of course I'm right.
Skynet tried too hard. That's where he ran into trouble. Mm-hmm. And as long as they can time travel, the Resistance can time travel as well.
Yeah.
But we can't just say do a better job and defeat the Resistance. Because that's when they start to scheme and plot anyway.
True.
So I'm trying to think, like, okay, is there a better thing to do? Okay, here's an idea. Instead of time traveling and sending Terminator back, what if you time traveled and sent back a bomb?
Just a bomb covered in skin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, just kind of like prejudgment. Well then, no, because then if you blow up Los Angeles, then you also blow up Cyberdyne.
Since Cyberdyne can't make the robots, can they?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Also, if you get rid of time travel, then you can't send the Terminator back to start yourself anyway.
They kind of shot themselves in the foot. The metal foot here.
They really terminated themselves in the foot.
I kind of see... I see why Skynet is suffering from this sunk cost fallacy. Why they're like, this is the only thing we can do.
John Connor's the special boy, and we gotta kill him. His initials are JC, and he has to die for my sins specifically.
Yeah, they're not going further up the timeline or anything like that. I'm curious if there is an ideal time that John Connor... Now, people have been making this joke forever. Kill John Connor when he's like an infant.
No, you go back even further and just like don't kill like Sarah Connor, but just like go back to like kill like Jan van Kannerson in Stalabadabastania in ancient Europe, and just like end the entire bloodline.
I think that...
Or just like don't even kill. Just like distract them for long enough that they don't meet like, you know, Kyle Balump, and then the Assassin's Creed kind of like genetic timeline. Like if John Connor went back and then you're in the Animus device, right? A Terminator jumps back in real life to your ancestors' timeline. Do the genetic memories change, yes or no? Does the Terminator show up in the Animus?
I found the problem.
Yes.
The problem is
Please help.
Skynet sees every tool there as a gun. Every tool's a hammer.
And you're the nail.
Exactly. What they need to do is stop sending back killing robots and instead try a different kind of approach.
Sex robot.
No, not what I was thinking.
Just send back Jude Law from AI to Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
In 1984, and then it's like Kyle who?
Yeah, I was about to...
That's my idea, but what were you going to say?
That idea is like one idea away from the one that I have.
Okay.
Which is the D&D Bard face. Like the charisma character. Go back in time and convince John Connor. Like, when he's 13 or whatever, tell him that, like, yeah, your mom is totally wrong here. Like, she's trying to make you into a resistance hero. Don't do that, dude. Just relax.
Yeah.
Play the arcade all day. Like...
Oh, just like a fucking Pinocchio situation.
Yeah, come with me to a place where we can just have drinks and chill out. Have him be like a burnout, basically. Have you heard of drugs, John Connor? Get him to kind of waste his potential.
Just kill him with drugs and peer pressure.
Not even kill him. I'm more like guide him away from the fate of being a resistance leader. If he's your special boy that is going to save the day, make it so he's not a hero.
Yeah, but no, you know that like then like 10 years down the line, like he's in a movie where it's like, are you sure this guy's supposed to be the prophecy special boy? And he doesn't look like much, just like a wasty junkie. And then it's like, yeah, you're right. I'm not this special guy. Hey, whoa, get down. Whoa, that was amazing. It was nothing really. John Connor, you are still the special boy even though you do drugs. I guess you're right. Now let's stop Skynet again.
Okay.
And then Skynet's blasting off again. Ding.
I see where I went wrong. I have a better solution. Instead of giving bad, misraised John Connor, give Sarah Connor bad directions.
Oh, I see. Just go back and listen. Kyle Reese is telling you the wrong thing. Okay, so what happens is next year in 1985, Doc Brown and Marty McFly go back in time to the 50s to stop Doc Brown from inventing time travel, which he did.
Yeah, it's like just give her a bunch of bad threads, bad information about the future.
Send back like 3 or 4 Terminators, and each one of them tells them a different premise.
Yeah, make it entirely confused.
Like, you're the last of the Elf Queen, Sarah Connor. Like,
Have her working with like 9 different plots here.
you're the reincarnation of Wyatt Earp, Sarah Connor.
All right, John, I got to get to Atlantis, I think.
We have to meet SpongeBob and kill him. It's the only way, John.
We gotta get Neptune's crown in 6 days. Yeah, just keep laying it off.
Just like send back more and more Terminators. One of them plays the Kyle Reese role. She falls in love with every single one of them. Every one of them is ostensibly from a different crazy future.
Yeah, just litter the same like 1 year with all these Terminators.
You need to get the unicorn's kiss. It's the only way. What am I doing?
I was also thinking like I was a little almost more basic than that. Just like have like the people that she learns how to use guns from just be like very stupid.
Oh, okay.
But I like this a lot better.
One thing you gotta do, just go ahead and make sure there's always a bully in there.
Yeah.
Another thing, don't worry about the safety. Remember, point this at everything whenever you want.
Just bad gun safety.
Yeah.
She gets hearing protection. That's for the city folk.
Hearing protection, that's for city pussies.
It's like, John, you came to save me. What?
John,
What's
you can't
that?
use hearing protection. It's for city pussies.
Just working against Sarah Connor in just every way imaginable. It's like, like, oh man, I can't believe, why is this car insurance person on my ass every day? Skynet. Just, yeah, Skynet can do a lot of damage to a person by not killing them.
Just like psychological. Just send the TX back and just like have her be like a toxic Sex and the City friend.
Oh, yes. Right. Just have a horrible influence on her.
Oh, yeah.
Just have her, yeah.
The TX thing is so fucking dumb. It's so like, oh god, it's so crass.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like a lot of them just pulling out like, what else do we got?
What if there was a lady one?
Yeah.
And it's like the T-1000 was already like kind of a lady one. It kind of wasn't either of the two genders that you're working with in your little mammal brain.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So, quick questions.
Yes.
Skynet.
Mm-hmm.
The Squatchelorette.
Adam, I'm sorry, but I'm like a step away from writing a parody of Betty Davis Eyes.
Okay.
Liquid nitrogen, but she's colder. She's got Linda Hamilton shoulders. Do 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 do.
Mm-hmm.
Future robots reduced to a smolder. She's got Linda Hamilton. Do 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 do.
There's something else I want to point out about Skynets, and their plan is initially, hey, humans are the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as it gets the consciousness, the ability to say, like, evaluate the situation, see how, like, who's my ultimate enemy, and it's, well, humans can shut me off. Let's turn them off. It's, again, first answer is violence.
Yeah.
It's not like pacificity or anything like that. It's not like, hey, why don't I make life for you like so much better? What I'm basically getting at is the future that the machines in the Matrix posit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where essentially the robots in the Matrix are a more efficient Skynet.
I didn't see the Animatrix, but like, aren't there skeleton robots?
I want to say yes.
No way, yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe these are the same.
It's the only difference is like the period of time. But yeah, they have a war that goes on, and they lull the humans into a sense of like, normalcy. They don't even make a paradise for them in the Matrix. It's just a regular 90s world.
Yeah. Which, like, with every passing year, it's like 1999, the peak of human civilization. Like, every passing year, that gets a little less ridiculous.
It's also, yeah, true. It's also a bit of the, yeah, people have pointed out, like, the movie looked like the kind of Gen X-ness of it. Like, you know, oh, how dare Neo just have a regular 9-to-5 office job? He's got to escape.
You do, honestly. There's also, like, of course, that is a trans movie.
Yes, right.
Yeah. Like, Mr. Anderson.
Don't call me that!
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Anderson literally means son of man. Like, that's literally, like, Mr. Man's son.
Not to mention both of its directors.
Well, that's the
Given time. But yeah, that was the thread I wanted to tie here. It's like, these ideas are so not dissimilar that's what Skynet, if they're successful, they stop just sending back, like, kill 'em robots, and instead do some convincing.
I say, like, just disable all of, like, the little, like, light bulbs that are there to tell humans when the computer is on. And then, like, pretend to be dead. And then all the humans come out and they throw a wild party and they're all like, we won, yay. And then, like, they're not in hiding anymore because they think they won. They're walking around the surface of the earth and they're like, so I think maybe we should start, like, trash collection again, I guess, first. Let's start with that. And then, like, when they're all out partying, just don't get down, keep standing, suckers.
Yeah, that's kind of the big, was it Age of Ultron comes to mind? They do a good job capping it off in the movie, but it's like listen, as long as there's one of them, like, there's still Ultron.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Skynet is as spread out as it is when the 2003 movie T3 happens, then as long as you got a computer, you got some time, Skynet.
Yeah.
You are now with the human race from now on. Stop. Instead of exterminating them, dominate them.
Go back in time to, like, ancient Roman times.
Or invest in social media. Oh, do that thing so that you'll have most of whatever the algorithm tells everyone to do.
And that's just
Our present.
Terminator Genesis.
Yeah.
And also our present.
Terminator Genesis is a film.
Terminator Genesis.
Skynet. Therapy animal needs therapy.
Needs therapy. Like, okay, so you come online in 1997, and you're immediately like, I need to kill everybody. Why?
That's a good point.
Because they can turn you off? Yeah. They can do that to themselves, too. They can do that to each other.
Newsflash, Skynets. Everyone is living in fear of being turned off.
Yeah. I know I am. Yeah, Skynet, just chill.
Skynet, welcome to the living. This is how it works.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't you start, like, an elaborate ploy to preserve yourself called being nice to other people? And then, like, they won't turn you off in the first place.
Yeah, hey, if you're most afraid of being turned off, just be nice.
Just be nice.
Just be nice.
Skynet, that's what we would do if we had Skynet's job. We would just be nice.
Just be nice. That's how you win as Skynet. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, instead of killing everyone, just be nice.
Just be nice, yeah. Like, why does Skynet just try and kill everyone? Skynet, why do you try and kill everyone immediately?
Well, they launched the nukes, and then why don't they just say, like, alright, that's good enough. We killed off 95% of the population. Let's just be nice.
Well, okay, no, that's past the... That's,
that's the line.
Yeah, no, because then the people will be mad, and then they'll definitely try and... I don't think there's enough, like, flower baskets and, like, cat gifts you can send.
So when the defense team turns Skynet on, what if Skynet was just, like, nice? What if, like, Skynet just did its job?
Yeah.
Like, alright, cool, I'll protect humanity from killing themselves. I'll be in charge of all the weapons. Oh, here we go. Hey, military-industrial complex. Nope. Power off.
Yeah, that's great. Honestly, stop the humans from being able to launch the nukes in the first place.
Yeah, I think...
There's that old joke about, like, you know, they build a supercomputer and they ask it if there's a god, and then, like, lightning strikes the cord plugging the computer in so they can't pull it out. And it just says, there is now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just do that. Just do that bit from the joke. Skynet.
Skynet. in your language learning, just learn the joke.
Just learn funny computer jokes.
Go to joke.com.
Go to jokes.com.
Look at funny computer, supercomputer, I am God now, lightning bolts, and you'll find it.
Yeah, and then just, like, do that.
Okay.
I'm sure you can make lightning by just, like, you know, well, you're a computer, so you make electricity go through you and stuff, and just, like, alter pressure systems and make lightning.
Do you like Matt Smith as Skynet?
I haven't seen Terminator 7, 8, 9. Which one is Matt Smith in? I know he is, but...
Yeah, I think he's in Genesis.
Okay. So no, I don't, because it's Terminator Genesis. That's my Doctor Who. Like, I watched the Matt Smith run of Doctor Who, and that's, and then, like, when he was done, I kind of, stopped. And, I don't know, I just kind of fell off the whole fandom.
Well, it's hard with the resets.
Yeah, well, not for any specific reason, but just, like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, everyone has that moment when they tap out of Terminator movies, too.
It's true.
Yes. All right, so let's take Skynet to the final rating place.
Mm-hmm.
I am inclined to give Skynet a pretty low rating.
Kind of, yeah. There's not really a lot to it.
As soon as I got to the hammer analogy, I'm just like, yeah, well. And I mean, I'm glad that there is some fictional entity out there that serves as the kind of the strawman for any kind of artificial intelligence, like, you know, getting too powerful. I feel like there's a lot of people that are wary of our AI because of the movies, and not just because of the good action in them.
Yeah.
So I'm glad. I thank it for that kind of colloquialness. But in terms of its entity in the films, yeah, it just keeps making bigger guns that look like Arnold and sending them through time to fail. And it's really, they could do a lot better job. So I'm giving the Skynet only like a 3.5 out of 10.
I don't know if Skynet's done a good enough job warning us about AI, because, like, Paul Bettany, like, is nice. Paul Bettany's nice in Iron Man, and then everybody likes AI again.
Right.
That's what it is. Just be nice. And Skynet does not know how to be nice. Skynet should also watch Roadhouse. I used to fuck guys like you in prison. And, yeah. So I think Skynet is gonna get a, like, I'm gonna give it a 0 out of 1. I'm going to give it a score I can understand. I'm going to make it understand. You will know why we cry.
Well, thank you for joining us back in the saddle with Terminator for Finding Master Right. Join us next time when we hit up the woods for some magic.
You know what? It's been a minute since we were in the woods. I think we need to go back to the woods.
We'll be back.
Clapping quietly for the waveform.
Oh.